What up, what up? Schwiener here, episode 16 of our West Brom career mode. It's January. It is January. We got a little bit of money. Tiny, teeny weeny bit of money here as we're going through these youth scouting reports. So we can sign one or two of these guys that we've been scouting over the past few months that we've had no money to sign them to the academy, which has been brutal. But we've got a couple of good Croatians and Belgian guys to go through and possibly add to the academy. I know for a fact I don't know if we sign any of these Croatian kids, even though they got some potential. I think, did I just sign him? Duke maybe, or whatever his name was. I know for a fact we do sign one of these Belgian kids. I think I'm just like sitting here contemplating, do I sign him? Do I not? Do I keep scouting? What do I do? What do I do? Because there's this Croatian group is got some studs in it, let me tell you. Some absolute studs. I do have my water next to me, so I don't start coughing and get a dry throat. So you guys don't have to deal with that this time around. But I think Matthias Lenardi's is who we sign. Pretty sure it was a 82 lowest potential rated right there. So he is at the academy. Gonna scout the rest of these Belgian guys, and then we'll take a look over here at the actual academy. Taking a look, this is what it's looking like. I did go through and add them to, or add development plans to them to kind of get them up there. But got four guys sitting in there, and we'll see. We'll see if they develop. If we can sign them to the real squad, we'll see. But here we have Amora, first game against Leeds United here. Amora, as you saw, was the leading goal scorer in the Premier League, and he's just adding to that tally early on in this game, 11 minutes in, with an absolute banger, hitting the post, dropping down in here. Amora is just an absolute dog. 26 goals, 20 appearances, I think is what it was, or vice versa. But just an insane stat line. He's the absolute man, and the goal line decision system. It is a goal. Hits the crossbar, bounces down and in. Very clearly in. Very clearly in right there. I feel like with that goal line technology stuff, they always pause it when it's like, all right, that actually doesn't seem like it's in. I feel like we haven't scored on a free kick like cool, and we almost had it there. The Leeds goalie jumping up into the right corner there and getting a hand on it, and leads with a huge missed opportunity before the halftime to level it up. But no fear, no worries. They're going to tie it up right in the beginning of the second half here. So unfortunate defending, and Leeds, this was kind of a bit of a one of those games where you're like, this is just tough. You got to grind it out. It's just a tough team to play, but we really were putting pressure on them. Really putting pressure on them, getting shots on that goal, and they just kept saving everything, man. They just kept saving absolutely everything in the dying seconds. Almost had another opportunity, but we were really putting the pressure on them the last 15 or so minutes of that game, but just could not find a game winner, and this game ended as a 1-1 tie. Away, I mean, I guess we'll take the point, but really wish we would have feel like we should have won that game with the amount of opportunities that we had. And moving straight into Bournemouth, who's another one of those just tough squads that you play every single year. They're not probably going to be a league or a league contender or Europa League contender, but they're just always a tough squad. The last few years have really established themselves here, and taking a look at this is what their squad looks like. Alex Scott, I mean, pretty good attacking line, and they have Krupi on the bench as well. So solid squad, really solid squad, and it took us 40 minutes. This game just had nothing going on, and right before the halftime, like our only opportunity, like the only opportunity both ways in the game, Amora, of course, it's Amora getting ahead on it with a beautiful cross in, and just finishing it off to give us a 1-0 lead here before the half. And just honestly, like, not a, I guess technically it was a good ball. It looked like it may have been a little high, but off the keeper's hands and in. And then a huge missed opportunity to really put a nail in this game. But don't worry, Amora is going to take the other opportunity he's going to get a few minutes later to get ourselves a buffer goal and put this game away for us. Honestly, an insane goal just to like turn and just gracefully place that up into the top right bins there. Beautiful, beautiful goal, and it's Amora leading us to a 2-0 victory here with the brace against Bournemouth at home. So solid home win against a tough opponent here. We're getting the month started off, and it is January, so we're going to add some players in, but I'm going with the loan method as we did last year. So we brought in Adai, I think is how you pronounce his last name, as just a winger, a young winger from Como. That was on the loan list, wanted to get loaned out, so we snagged him up as a body. And now we head in. I think this is our first FA Cup game of the season, if I'm not mistaken. That sounds right. And it's Preston North End. This is the squad that we're gonna run out with. So a lot of B squad players here. I think it's like the entire B squad actually that's playing here. But I think Takai might be the only regular starter that is starting for this as well. But still, a solid squad. I have full confidence in this team to get the job done against a championship side. Even though, like, we guess you could argue that we still, we're in the Premier League, but, championship last year. So we'll see. But got to trust the guys, got to give them game time, and 30 minutes in, they score. And it's our Greek man in from loan, Tzimis, taking his opportunity as a starter here and bags himself a goal to give us the 1-0 lead 30 minutes into the first half here. So really positive from him and the squad. And in quick succession right after, literally I think it's 4 minutes after, our guy Isaac Price, who kind of has dropped game time because we did bring Fruke in, and I don't know, man. Like, Fruke is clearly better, but we had to bring him in, right? I just feel bad not giving Price game time like he should be, but it is what it is. They do score one back, 2-1, kind of early on in the second half here, as they run to midfield and celebrate like they do every single freaking goal we get scored on. I just don't get it if that's like a glitch or something. But honestly, great goal. Lefty past the defender, upper bins, but it is no match. It is no match for our B squad guys here. Beautiful, beautiful goal. A little team goal here, a little drop off here, and Tzimis gets himself a brace and gives us a 3-0 win in our first FA Cup game. For hopefully that will be a good run for us against Preston North End. But solid win, moving on, can't complain, and got our B squad bench players some full play time here, which I'm sure they appreciate. And we got a big game here, big game against Chelsea. And we're at home. We don't have the fire explosions and everything that Stamford Bridge would have. But it's all right. We got our Tiffido, and that'll suffice, right? That'll suffice. They're rocking with that. I think those are some old black jerseys. Never seen those before. Not really vibing with them. Doesn't really seem like they're Chelsea jerseys, but is what it is. And really trying to get any sort of points out of this game, and that is just not how you do it. That's just not how you do it, giving up a goal less than 20 minutes in. It's João Pedro, which is too easy of a goal to give up for them to score on, but it's all right. Scoring early means you got a lot of time left to score one back, and it's just so unfortunate to step in there, intercept the ball, but it just so unfortunate. So unfortunate, and it's all right. like I said, it gives us plenty of time to come back and score one of our own. And you guessed it, it's Zamora on the breakaway using his pace, his dribbling, his shooting, finishing to grab himself a 29th goal. That's insane. 29 goals. We're in January. Holy crap. It's our guy. And a huge missed opportunity here, and I just panicked, I think. I didn't know what to do, and as I say, when you have a golden opportunity on one end and you don't take it, more likely than not, the other team is going to score soon after on their end, and it's Nicholas Jackson who puts a dagger in our hearts at the end of this game with some questionable defending. Not even questionable, I guess. I maybe should have stepped in a little more. I thought I was doing fine, but it's a 2-1 defeat here at home against Chelsea in the dying few minutes of this game. So, it is what it is. Probably should be losing those games, but whatever. We do sell Malumbi. We just needed cash to sign or update some contracts for some players, which I did on the back end. I'm not going to show going through all the contracts, but really just needed a few $1,000,000 to get that over the line. Wasn't getting playing time. Thank you for your service, but we needed the cash injection, the quick cash injection there to keep some other players around. And then it's Fulham up next, Craven Cottage, another away game. Another toughish opponent. I keep saying that for every mid-level team in the Premier League because they all are tough. The whole league's tough. So obviously every single game we're going to play is going to be, it's tough to do. But it took us 5 minutes to get an opportunity, which gets saves, and we just win the second ball and go at it, and maybe some washy defending there, and the ball trickles in. But it's Isaac Price who scored the last couple games when he started, so I love seeing him making an impact, giving him the opportunity, and kind of similar to the goal that we scored, where they saved it, they get the second ball, and it kind of takes somewhat of a deflection off the goalie or whatever, and it's in. Kind of a crazy goal here, but Fulham tie it up 1-1. So you can see, off the post, up and at him, second ball, gets a hand on it, just not enough, but it's okay. It's all right, because we're going to score again, doing the exact same thing. Another save, deflection, follow-up goal, and it's Calvin Phillips, and unlikely here. His first goal this season. Congrats, Calvin Phillips, on your goal here, I guess, who's been a great B squad player for us. As we look again, the first shot was horrible. He just got lucky. It was right at the goalie. Just got lucky. It fell back to his feet while the goalie was still on the ground there, and that'll finish it up. It's a 2-1 game. I forgot to exit out of the screen earlier. So here's just the stat line, and pretty even across the board stat-wise, but we end up getting that second goal here. And then another loanee into the practice, Malik Yalawi, no idea. But another midfield winger player that we can utilize for the rest of the season here, and it's the big boys, a couple of big boys that we're playing this month, Chelsea and now Man City. And it's at the Etihad, so really, really going to be a tough game. I mean, look how freaking massive that stadium is compared to our little West Brom stadium, which has, I don't know, literally might be just an eighth of the size of this thing. But taking a look at just the rosters and the lineup, I just want you guys to see the player comparison and difference. Phil Foden, Holland, Marmouche up there, Diaz, Donnarumma as the goalie, and then you look at West Brom here, and it's we got Amora and Griffiths in goal, and that's about it. But it's okay. We have our full starters out here now, and hoping to pull off a miracle. And it's again kind of this coming off the left side. I don't know why. I feel like I always struggle with getting an angle and just a missed opportunity. We really brought the pressure on early in this game with few really good opportunities, again, coming off that left side. Just can't find the right angle or shoots off target. But just before half here, an insane just solo goal. I think it was Pitati that scored. No, is it Mora? Is it Amora? We'll see. Like, yeah, it's Amora. What am I talking about? Why did I think it would be any other player doing a solo goal like that? But it's Amora, our savior, coming in right before the halftime with a great solo goal to give us the 1-0 win. So I'm not going to complain about it. It is an incredible goal. Great touch, great finish. Upper bins. No one's stopping it. And our inability to clear the ball again is going to ruin us. Just clear the ball out there, and I try to dink it up to one of our players. They win it back. We're in shambles. They get an open shot at goal, from the penalty spot with no one in front of them. So you try to live and you try to learn, but I just still struggle with it. But don't worry, guys. A beautiful team goal, and it's Ben Gannon, who I feel like has been quiet the last, couple episodes and handful, not even handful, like few games, more than a handful of games here. Only 2 goals and 23 appearances, but he's making his impact felt in a really important time of the game. And a great assist here to our guy Amora, who bags himself a brace and puts this game away at 3-1 with about 15 minutes left. So great to see, Amora keeping on scoring, and Ben Gannon really making an impact against, if not the best team in the league. They do sneak one back, 2-3 at the end here, which is I just let them score. It looked like it's like, here, Holland, you're gonna score anyways. Might as well just hand you a goal just to get it over with. So, but was not enough time, and we get it over the line. 2-3 win, massive win for us, which is awesome. And I think that's the last game of the Epi here. A great month for us. A draw against Leeds and a loss against Chelsea, but a huge win against City. A nice win against Bournemouth. Winning the first round of the FA Cup is always great, and a couple of all 4 huge games. Jeez, Arsenal, Man United, Aston Villa, Liverpool, all huge games, and then Norwich in the FA Cup. So yeah, February is gonna be a real test for us here, but it's currently sitting at 3rd in the table, which is nuts. So I kind of foresee us dropping down with those four games, but time will tell. If crazier things have happened, we'll find out. But appreciate y'all watching. Give a like, give a subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.